Welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Right, so good morning, good day to everyone who's watching, listening through all of our platforms. Of course, my name is 𝗙𝗹𝗹. I am the host of the podcast Cyber CEO, and we are very, very lucky to have one of our awesome cyber CEOs on the show today. Tyler, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Appreciate it.
perfect. Perfect. We appreciate your time. So, for our listeners to get to know you a bit more, can you tell us something about yourself, Tyler?
Sure. Yeah, if you're watching the video, you probably can guess I work for Maps. Got the t-shirt, got the hat, got the background. So if you're just listening audio wise, I'm really going for the overkill here. Love being a Maps coach. And so yeah, I work with the top 2.5% of agents in Keller Williams and uh full time and coach them to hit their goals and build a life by design. So greatest job in the world. I'm about to get a maps coaching tattoo. That's all I have left.
Okay, okay. That's the only thing that you're missing. All right. So,
Yep,
how
yep.
long again have you been with Maps?
I've been a maps coach for about 4 years, and then before that, I worked in real estate sales because you obviously have to sell 75 to 100 houses for 2 years in a row just to apply to be a maps coach. So I actually ran a very large team in Gary's top 100. Did that.
Wow.
I took over for the Rainmaker, so I was their seventh level person, meaning I took over and ran it for them so they could get passive income from the team. So I did that. Worked for that team for I think 7 years, and then hit
Mhm.
those numbers, and then became a maps coach for four so
Oh,
far.
Maps coach for 4 years. So I know there might be a lot of our listeners that don't know what a Maps coach does. Can you share with our listeners a bit? What are the things that a Maps coach does?
Yeah, yeah, great question. Well, really, like I said, we coach the top 2.5% in Keller Williams production wise, um, for the most part. And then basically, what I do is every day I have the pleasure of getting on the phone and or Zoom actually now. We do all video calls and we check numbers, accountability. We're helping with hiring, building a team if that's what you want to do, increasing conversion rates for real estate agents. So it's all real estate agents, and helping with looking at profit and loss, profitability, marketing. I mean, it's really like you have a business partner that's fully invested in you that also has the knowledge of you know how to build you to literally wherever you want to go. So we have those calls once a week for 30 minutes, check numbers, going over any questions you have, team building, everything under the sun with real estate
All right, guys. So just
models. Yeah.
just like imparting your knowledge as well to real estate agents right now to be better at what they do. Am I right?
Yep. And we use the systems from Keller Williams and from Maps. I mean, it's all system based. It's not from my head. I mean, some of it is, but really, it's proven models and systems from Maps and Keller Williams that we help you integrate on an individual basis.
Awesome, awesome. That's really great. And you've been doing that for 4 years now. So
Yep.
let me ask
Yep.
though, how about with Cyberbacker? How long have you been working with your own Cyberbacker?
I like to think I was one of the smart ones that got one right away.
Mhm.
Uh, so I did coaching because I mean we take notes. As you can imagine, I've got about 25 clients a
Wow.
week. And when you're on a call like coaching and you've really got to listen to what people say and the tonality of how they're saying it, it's harder to be as good of a coach if you're down here clinking away on a
Hmm.
keyboard and trying to take notes of what they said versus really listening at a deeper level. So like I said, I was one of the smart ones, and so I've had one for over 3 years, probably 3.5. I think it took me maybe 6 months or so, um, and that my schedule was a little bit thinner. But really, yeah, I want to be the best coach I could be, and I couldn't do that without some help.
Of course, of course. So you can focus on listening as well and providing the correct advice to the real estate agents, correct? Um,
Yep.
Before Cyberbacker, did you ever have experience working with remote team members?
No, I was actually pretty hesitant for that. Um, and I think because Cyberbacker, like I just never done it before. Um, so I never really looked into it that much. And then I think because Cyberbacker was started by somebody I really trusted and respected, then just all those kind of like lemming beliefs about it, I guess, just went away. And I know you guys train everybody so well, and you do like so much of the vetting process before you even give us a candidate. So I think that's what made me just make the jump, is I just had trust, you know?
Yes, of course. That's
Yeah.
actually the goal of our career department. Get you partnered with someone right the first time, all the time. Now, since we're already touching base about your cyberbacker, what can you tell me about working with him?
Um, well, it's the good thing is I forget all they do because I don't have to like check anymore, you know?
Yes.
So like I don't if she was gone for like a week or two, I think I'll pull my hair out. So I don't even want to think about everything she does. But what was the original question?
What can you tell me about her? Like, how is she as a
Oh,
person? Your working
oh, that.
relationship together?
Oh yeah, she's a great person. She's got a good sense of humor, and I have her send out. Well, that's the other thing. I know I learned a second language, and I'm terrible at it. Right? I couldn't send an email to save my life. I took French in college, and I don't even know if I got a C. Like it was bad, right? Um, um, but and so I was a little hesitant, like
Mhm.
as because I just have my own experience of how terrible I'm at French. Learning a second language, and she was just whipping out emails better than I could write. So you guys are motivating me. I gotta get on it. So yeah, I mean, she's great. She's sharp as a whip, and sends out emails better than I do, and which blows me away because I thought I was good at emails, but I'm not now. Um, and yeah, good values, helps the clients, great attitude,
Mhm.
humble. She'll make one little mistake that I won't even catch, and she'll text me and apologize. I mean,
Taking
I don't know what
ownership.
else.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say.
All
She's
right.
she's one of the good ones.
One of the good ones. Of course, again, most of our cyberbackers are any almost all of them, and maybe all of them anyway. But these kinds of relationships, they really need the work, right? You need to invest your time, things like that. But let me ask you, Tyler, what makes this a successful partnership?
Mm. And I know you sent me questions before, but I intentionally didn't script anything because I want to be organic.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm pausing.
No
That's
problem, no
that was
problem.
intentional. Uh, so what makes it work?
Yes.
I think attitude makes everything work better. Like having a good attitude is so important on both ends, right? I mean, she's not afraid to be like, "Hey, you missed this, buddy," and I'm not afraid to be like, "Hey, can you do this different or something like that?" So I would say just communication and having a good attitude. I mean, when you put two good people together, I think I'm a good person. Tell me otherwise if any of my friends are listening. You put two good people together and that want to help people and do the right thing. I think it just works for the most part.
That's good. That's good. So you've been together with your cyberbacker for a while now, 3 years, over 3 years. Now, how
Well,
about?
I did
Mhm.
have I haven't had her the whole time. I did have other cyberbackers in the past.
Okay,
So
gotcha, gotcha.
yeah.
But how about the Cyberbacker program? How much time did it save you? Let's say on a weekly basis.
Well, I mean, I do probably what if I have 25 clients
Hmm.
and that's a 30 minutes each. That'd be probably approximately like, what, 12
Hmm.
and a half hours of taking notes.
Wow.
So so that's that. And then that's not even kind of we email, we take good notes and notice I say we, right? That was just organic. So obviously
Yes.
it's a good partnership.
Hmm.
But yeah, we take notes and we email them to them. That's another value add is just having notes and the action item and the recap and all that stuff so they don't have to, go through the call. So I would say 15, 12, 13 hours of note taking
Hmm.
and then all those emails out. And then she does all the rescheduling for me. So you can imagine, I'm having 25 realtor clients. Once in a while, we do get a reschedule. It's not often because
Hmm.
that's my policy, but if something comes up, you know, that's nice to have. Um, so yeah,
So what you
yeah.
mentioned, that she's been doing a lot for you in your business then. But let me ask, have there been any, let's say, challenges or opportunities working with your own cyberbacker?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, uh, yeah, with any relationship, right? You got to learn how each other work in the beginning. I would say that the biggest challenge was something that I need to own is,
Mhm.
you guys vet the person and you train the person. There's so much you do that when I just was like ready, set, go. I didn't train on things I specifically wanted.
Mhm.
It was like, okay, plug and play. You guys do a lot of the work, but we still have to do a little bit. Still got to do a little training if we want something specific.
Of course.
And also, my cyberbacker, she like she's like ran a marketing company and all this stuff before me.
Mhm.
So I really, yeah, I just let her do it without any training, and everybody, needs stuff pointed out. So I would say that just um, I could have give a little bit more training on exactly how I wanted things versus something going out and then me saying, "Hey, could you CC me on this instead, or could you tweak this one thing?" Um, and, doing it, I guess, more proactively versus on the fly.
Of course, that's really great. Now, there are still a lot of people right now, or clients right now, who are having second thoughts about hiring their own cyberbacker. What would you like to advise them or say to them, of course?
Well, I think as a coach, we're all about curiosity.
Hmm.
Um, so I think just be. It depends on why. If you're hesitant to hire a cyberbacker because financially you shouldn't, even though it doesn't cost much compared to anything, I think it depends on the reason, or whatever the limitation is. If you're hesitant because you're scared to make that first hire, that's typically what I see is like the biggest resistance to hiring help in general is you've never done it before. Then I would say if that's the thing that's kind of getting you frozen, because it really can, it's fear. Then talk to somebody who's already got some help, somebody neutral. I mean, I know Cyberbacker is good, obviously, to talk to about that. And then if you have anybody else in general that has help, get their experience. Or, I mean, post on Facebook,
Hmm.
somebody like do your own research because I think that's actually going to affirm what you do. So post on Facebook and say, who's had a Cyberbacker? Can I talk to you privately? Because then you really know, like don't ask a vacuum salesman if you should buy a vacuum, right?
Yes, that's
Because they're
true.
going to tell you to buy a vacuum. So if you're really hesitant, then go find somebody else who's got a cyberbacker, like find them on your own. And I think that'll be the most unbiased thing and talk to a couple. And then that'll give you your answer and ask for help to other
Hmm.
neutral parties to make your decision. If it's about whether to go with Cyberbacker or another virtual assistant company, that's where I am going to come in and say, like, go for it. Just because, and you guys aren't paying me to be on here, right? There's no
Yeah.
compensation. I asked for it, they didn't do it. So this isn't me like giving fluff or whatever. This is, I mean, I've done a lot of hiring when I ran that really big team. I hired like 14 people in 1 year. Went through the hiring process, followed what's called career visioning. That's a class with Keller Williams that teaches you how to vet and how to interview, and it's a very long, intense process. So I've done that, and you guys do that for us, which if you're impatient like me, it's quite a gift. And I don't know, I've gotten messages on Facebook from other cyberbacker, or not cyber, see, I just use cyber, from other virtual assistants that want help, and I haven't seen anybody else. It's all like individual. I haven't seen somebody take that type of care, because I know you guys have a reputation. I mean, you care, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. You care, and you're helping people, and you're changing lives in the Philippines of these amazing people and giving them access to these careers. I don't have to tell you, right? I would assume it's changed your life to be with Cyberbacker.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? That's why you're on here. That's why you care. That's why you're passionate. So it feels really good to support a company that's helping other people across the world, really good people that have a privilege to work with. And then not only are you helping other people, you guys do a lot of the work. So you're vetting them, you're going through that career visioning process, and then on top of that, you're doing training. So where I might need to do, 10 hours a week of training, you guys do 8 of it, I need to do 2 or 1. Or in my case, nothing, and just as it happens, it just takes longer. So I think that's pretty much a no-brainer, because I know the person that runs Cyberbacker, and I know like how much of a perfectionist he is in a good way about his work and how much quality there is and helping people. So like all the way at the top is just tip top value system. I mean, you can't go wrong. Speed of the leader, speed of the pack, right?
Yes.
So if your leader is strong and good and moral and helpful, and that's going to be replicated everywhere throughout the company. So I would say if you're going for a virtual assistant, no brainer there. If there's something else, then you might want to ask around if it's about resistance to hire, or if it's the right time, or ask for help, ask people in your office, that kind of stuff. Or get a coach, get a maps coach.
There you go. Of course.
Just a shameless plug. Give me a call. We'll help you out. That's what I do. I help people hire.
Of course. Tyler, that's going to be my last question today. It was awesome talking to you, especially the advice. Great advice to our listeners. We know you're very busy. Thank you very much for being on the show. Have a great day, Tyler. Take care.
You too.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. For more details, please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com or follow us on Facebook, Cyberbacker Inc.